All right, we're going to talk about how to receive or create credit memos or create refunds in QuickBooks. Okay, so these are, again, things that are happening, having to deal with an invoice or a sales receipt. So a customer has purchased something from us and they are now coming in and returning it, or we're giving them a discount because something was wrong with the product, as an example, or with the service. All right, so from the home screen, we have refunds or credits right here. I can go up to customers, right, create refunds or credits, create credit memos right down here. Lots of ways to get there. If I just start from this screen, I can go in and I can choose customer or job, and then I can start to fill in the fields here. If I'm missing any fields, again, watch the video on how to customize your forms. It's very similar on how to customize an invoice. But when I create the credit memo, right, if I do it from scratch like this, I have to go in and add what I am refunding to the customer. Okay, so you can do it that way, that's just fine. I'm going to show you a different way how to do it though. So what I think is the easiest way, which is a kind of a newer thing in the last couple of years in QuickBooks, you can go into create invoices here and you can find the original invoice. Or, as an example, you can go into the customer center, right? I'm looking at Albert. I want to see all invoices. Okay, open up that invoice. And here's the invoice here, right, that I'm going to create a credit against. Once I have the invoice open, I can hit refund or credit. The nice part about that is it carries all the information over to the invoice or to the credit memo for me from the invoice, right? So then, since I'm only crediting this one line, let's say, I could come in and instead of having to add additional lines, right, I can go in and just hit Control Delete, get rid of the lines I'm not crediting, and be left with that one. Why I like it that way, even though, as an example, I'm only left with this one line, why I like it that way is it keeps the description exactly the same, it keeps the item exactly the same, the pricing. There's no manual entry there, right? So sometimes that's a little bit easier. Okay, so once I have the credit memo created, I can come up here and I can hit Save. It's asking me about the class field. This is a feature in QuickBooks Enterprise where you can assign the class at the customer level. So once you create the credit memo, it gives you a couple of options, and we're going to do all three. So the first one is retain it as an available credit. So what that does is it says, I don't know where I'm going to apply it yet, but I want to leave it in accounts receivable, right? So it would be a negative accounts receivable. I'm going to leave it in accounts receivable until I know where to apply it in the future. So that's retain as available credit. So if I say OK here, remaining credit is still going to be the entire amount of the credit memo. And if I go look at the customer, right, the customer balance went way down because we have a credit memo that has a remaining credit in there. Okay. All right. The second way that we can use a credit memo is we can apply it to open invoices. So when I hit that button, use credit to apply to an invoice, it'll pop up open invoices that this customer and job have, right? So it is at the job level right now, so it will need to have an open balance at the job level. Can't be at the customer level. Okay, so I can go in and apply the credit memo here. Now look at what happens. So this is only $30,150 that I have open on account. The credit memo is for $33,500. So that's going to leave on account at that point $3,350. All right. So with this transaction here, what I'm doing, it's not going to change my customer balance at all at this point, right? The customer has $30,000 invoice here that they owe us. We have saved a $33,000 credit in there already. So at this point, applying the two together does not change the customer balance at all. All it does is says we still have $33.50 remaining on account of a credit for them. Okay, so that balance would not change. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say clear selections for now. So I can use the credit to apply to an invoice. All right, and then the third option is that we can use the credit to give a refund. So when you choose use the credit to give a refund, it pops up. It says, how are you refunding this credit? If they originally paid by credit card through QuickBooks, it would default to the payment method that they originally paid for. Okay. If it was paid, if we're paying a check, what checking account do we want it to come out of? What's the date of the check number? It is marked to be printed. If I was handwriting a check or had already cut a check or sending a wire or anything like that, I could uncheck this and put in the actual check number, right? So this is my check number writing out to my customer. We put in the class, right, that it has any internal memo, refund for customer overpayment. And then I say okay. So at that point, the credit memo is going to be closed out so that that AR balance will change, right? Because I'm saying get rid of this credit balance. We're giving the money back. Also, of course, my checking account balance would change at that point. Okay, and then it'll mark it as refunded. Remaining credit is 0. And when I go look at my customer balance in there, that customer balance went back up, right? Because we got rid of that credit balance in there. All right, on the credit memo screen, just like with other areas in QuickBooks, we have different tabs here: previous, next, new, save, delete, void, create a copy. I don't suggest memorizing credit memos. That's probably not a good idea. We want to have as few credit memos as possible, right? Because we hopefully won't be refunding customers that often. We can mark it as pending, just the same as an invoice. So if we wanted to put the credit memo in there, but we were unsure on the amount or something like that, right? We could mark it pending and deal with it in the future. Print, email, attach documents if there's any documentation. And then over here on the side, of course, we have the drop down that gives us recent customer history as well as transactional history. Okay. All right, that's using credit memos in QuickBooks.